This week on the Road with Mickey, our top 3 Disney live-action movie remakes.
We're on the road with Mickey, we're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go. We're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and she's Sophie.
And she's Brenda.
Hi, everyone.
And he's Grogu. He says, hi Brenda, hi
Hi, my
Mike,
honey.
hi Sophie.
Hi, sweetie.
And Brenda, your background looks like you're on a cruise ship.
And I'm wishing I was.
Same.
And we are on the road with Mickey. This is episode 321 for August 17th, 2026. And our feature topic this week is our top 3 Disney live-action movie remakes. We are taking a look at the movies, the live actions, and we're ranking them in our rankings of which is our favorites. So that's coming up. But Sophie has a special announcement.
All right. For our cheddar from the big cheese this week, um, we are announcing Lactose Intolerance Awareness Week. I know that there are a lot of people with that condition who will eat a tub of ice cream anyway because it's worth it. But this week, we have no cheddar. And so
Yeah.
I thought it was a funny thing to say.
Yeah.
So,
We agree.
The only really awesome cheddar is Brenda has been a pixie for 15 years.
Oh, that was 20. 15. Yep, celebrating my
Congratulations,
15th
Brenda.
anniversary. Thank you.
Wow.
I know. And
I
I'm only
thought I'd been
20.
a
How'd
long
that
time.
happen?
And you're only 21. Yeah.
wow, you started early.
Uh
Good
huh.
night.
Child labor laws.
That's right.
Can it be called child labor if it's something we enjoy doing?
This is true.
Hopefully not.
Well,
And we all know I really was not a child, so I think it's okay.
it's okay. Well, that was our cheddar from the big cheese, such as it was. But we do have some awesome question of the week feedback. So the question was Sophie's question was, what is one piece of advice you would give to a first time Disney goer? And we
I
had
am
some
so
awesome
glad.
feedback. So, Sophie, start us off.
All right, well, Paula said, I'd say get the photo pass. The ride photos are so cool to have, and the Disney photographers are truly amazing with creating memorable moments. That is
Definitely
a good
recommend.
one.
Yeah, that's excellent. Thank you, Paula.
Yeah.
Well,
Brenda.
Sherry said plans are great, but write them in pencil and don't let a messed up plan ruin your trip. I love this, especially if traveling with kids because they may blow your plans to pieces.
Yep.
Leave time in your day for breaks, whether that's at the hotel, finding a comfy spot to sit for parades or a show, or sit down meals for late lunches. Your feet will love you. Do not wear new shoes to the parks, and even with comfy worn-in shoes, pack band-aids just in case. Drink lots of water and always hit the potty before long ride lines, even if no one has to go. LOL, and we have been there and done that, and you know they always have to go. They just don't want to
Yep.
take the time to go.
And we have the
Very
Oh
good
my
t-shirt to
advice,
prove
Sherry.
gosh.
it.
Yep.
I saw a clip on YouTube the other day. I don't know the show's name, but it starred Jennifer Lopez, and she was the wife, and they were taking their family to Disney, and she comes out of the room wearing stiletto heels, and her husband's like, are you actually gonna wear those? And she's like, yes, I look cute in these heels. I'll be fine. And he's like, your feet are gonna kill you. And she's like, no, they're not. I'm used to wearing heels. I'll be fine. Two
Yep.
hours in,
No,
and she's
not so much.
limping. She's limping. And he's
We've
like,
seen that at the park though, right?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
I have many times seen like Italian couples. They're dressed to the nines and those huge heels. I'm thinking, oh my God, I would die.
Yeah. Well, Chandler said, don't spend all your time behind your phone. Sure, get a photo, take a video, but not every single second.
Yeah.
Great advice.
Even
Mm-hmm.
with the My Disney Experience app, there are just some times where you gotta put the phone down,
Yep.
which is why I always recommend wearing something with pockets.
Yep, if you're not carrying a
Anyway,
bag, you gotta have pockets.
Mm-hmm.
well, even if you are carrying a bag, just something like in your exercise pants where you can just slip your phone in and then you don't have to worry about it, it's nice. Anyway, all right, so Pam said at least 6 months in advance, start a walking program that you can build up to 15,000 steps a day. Get good walking shoes to break in before you go. She actually has a whole lot of advice, and I am so glad for it. I love seeing all these advices. She also said, know that you can't do it all. Very important. Grab a celebration button from check in, those are free. If you love interacting with the characters, breakfast character dining is less expensive than lunch and dinner, cuts down on standing in lines to meet them. Definitely plan the table service restaurants you want to try, but keep flexibility in your day for surprises you weren't expecting. If you have the days, make a few low energy days. Above all else, enjoy the time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you, Pam.
Yeah, very good
Ugh.
advice. And Sheila said, make sure you have a Disney vacation planner. Have that planner make all your dinner reservations of Lightning Lanes. Ask your family their must-dos and make a plan. Yep,
Yep.
great advice.
And then lastly, Lori, I didn't understand the first answer, but she gave us two answers. Her first answer was bring duct tape. And I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
I have used duct tape.
For what?
I years ago we flew in. We were staying at the Wilderness Lodge, and when my suitcase got there on Magical Express, Southwest Airlines had completely ripped the zipper. The whole thing was open.
Oh,
So if
no.
I had not had duct tape, I don't know what I would have done. But
Okay.
it went back with all that
I
duct tape on it, and I put on there, this was your fault.
wow. I thought it was to make sure you keep your family in line.
Well, oh no, but I think that there's different uses for it. There's all kind of uses for duct tape you could look up. At that one particular instance, I was very happy I had it because I was not buying
Okay.
a new $100 suitcase to go back home.
Yeah. And then she had some advice that she found in a 1990s travel book. Make
Well,
the
you forgot the
plans,
most important advice that she said.
Dumbo or die.
Yep.
But I think that's part of this. It says make the plans, don't keep going, but stop for the street shows, grab something to eat, pop into a ride that has a short line. I took a man to Disneyland. He had to look at kids, then Cruella. Half an hour to buy a hat. At least four snack breaks. I knew the weather was going to turn wet. We had to go home. He had the best day ever while my wee autistic brain curled up and melted away. We could have done
Oh.
more rides, but half an hour for a baseball cap was too much. So, the advice is to have plans and options. Know the food so you can stop now for yummy food, then stick to a schedule and try to wait as your stomach says, feed me now. So, that
Very
was
good.
very good advice. Especially have plans and options.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, that was our question of the week feedback. Great answers. Thank you, everyone, for commenting. We love the feedback and we
Yes.
love to represent you guys on the show. So keep it coming. I'm looking forward to a question from Sophie later on in this episode. But now it is time for our top three Disney live action movie remakes. It's our feature topic time, and we are each going to have three plus maybe an honorable mention. And Sophie, you start us off. What is number three on your list?
All right. Well, yes, I took the time to think about it all, rank them all. I've got five actually, but I'll stick to my three plus, excuse me, plus my honorable mention. And my number three is actually a movie that I did not watch until last week between recordings. And that movie is the live action Little Mermaid. And when it first came to theaters, there was that whole giant controversy because they had Ariel being played as a person of color. And so, for that reason, and also the reason that we just didn't think it was necessary at the time to spend the money to go to the theater to watch it, we never got around to seeing it. And now I was like, you know what? I need to watch more of the live action movies. I know I hark on animation all day and night, but I need to watch some movies to prepare for this topic. So I went, sat down. We were dog sitting a puppy. He cuddled on the couch with me, and we watched The Little Mermaid. And it is actually a really good movie. And I was even talking with my mom about it, and she's like, "You weren't distracted by the lead actress?" And I'm like, "No, because it was set in the Caribbean. It was set in the Caribbean. So if anything, Prince Eric was the one who stood out the most. Because, well, you know why. But they do such a good job of writing it into the story. I really like Ariel and Eric's relationship, how it blossomed. I liked all the things. The mermaid tail animation was a little bit iffy, but that's okay because the parts where it was all on land were some of the most beautiful parts of the film.
Okay. So it's a live action remake, but it sounds like they changed the storyline a little bit by making it
Yeah,
in the Caribbean and all that. So it's its own project, you know?
yep. Mhm.
Okay.
And
Well,
I
good.
recommend you go and watch it if you haven't because they do such a good job. There are aspects in the writing that sort of place Ariel and Eric as mirror characters of each other, and it's so sweet,
That is
honestly.
sweet.
Okay. Well, good. Thank you,
That's
Sophie.
good. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Brenda.
Oh, well, this was hard. This is, it's like, and we knew it was going to be hard. But I do have three, and then I have a couple of other ones that I'll choose one honorable mention when it gets time. But the, okay, so the one I chose for my number three in my 3, 2, 1 countdown is Lilo and Stitch. When when Aaliyah was little, she watched the animated Lilo and Stitch all the time, like all the time. So then, of course, we went to Disney. We had to go to Ohana so we could do the Lilo and Stitch breakfast. Lilo and Stitch was like everything for us. Then, now she's grown up. She just started high school today, by the way. God, it's killing me. But
Oh,
anyway,
Oh,
no tears,
anyway,
Mama. No tears, Mimi.
when Lilo and Stitch came out, I honestly was not thinking it was probably going to be very good because when you take like an animal and try to make it
Uh-huh.
in a live action, to me that doesn't always work out. But I loved the movie. I loved the heartfelt, Ohana means family, and loved the scenery, all the Hawaiian. I really, really
Yeah.
thought they did a great job. I loved it. So Lilo and Stitch is my number three.
Good call. That is a
Yep.
good
that's a
movie.
good one.
And it's not on my list, but it was thought about quite a bit as
Good.
being on my
Yeah.
list. Um, Number three on my list, and I know it's not the OG, but it kind of is the start of the renaissance of live action movies remakes.
Mhm.
Because there were other ones that were done previous, but for me, it was 2015, and that was when these live action remakes started being made, and the first one they made was Cinderella in 2015 with Lily James as the lead actress for Cinderella, and such a cast. But I just remember she she was so beautiful with the dress and was playing that role as Cinderella. And the funny thing is, coming into work this morning, um, the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo song, is that the one that
Yeah.
Bibbidi
Helena
bobbidi boo.
Bonham, yeah, that
Yep.
she's singing, and it just dawned on me that Helena Bonham Carter is the fairy godmother. And oh, by the way, she was also Bellatrix Lestrange in Harry Potter. And I'm like, talk about a span of acting ability right there.
And she's
She's
also the
strange.
Red Queen in Alice in the Through
That's
the
true.
Looking Glass, and she's also Charlie Bucket's mom in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
She is everywhere.
But
She is a
yeah,
little different, so she pulls off all those roles so well.
yeah. But that movie that started this sort of wave for me anyway. I mean,
Oh yeah.
there was Glenn Close, 101 Dalmatians, and everything like that, and that was good, but it didn't have the to me it didn't have the appeal that this new generation of them has, and
Yeah, yeah. I
so
actually preferred the Emma Stone version because it was more
Cruella,
punk.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Anyway,
Cruella. I
So
love that
neither here
movie,
anyway,
nor
but
there. Just
I wouldn't necessarily call Emma Stone's Cruella a remake because it's its own unique
it's like a
story.
that's
prequel,
true.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it is considered a remake.
I think it is too, but but
But it's
anyway,
not on my list. I was just saying
yeah.
because it was worth mentioning.
Hmm. So anyway, Cinderella 2015. That's number 3 on my list.
Right. What is your number two, Sophie?
My number two, and for a long time, well, ever since I saw this movie, actually, it has always been among my favorites. My number two is the live action Aladdin.
Ooh.
I remember when I was a younger girl watching Lemonade Mouth with
Mm-hmm.
Naomi Scott as one of the main characters, and I always thought she was one of the prettiest actresses that Disney had ever, hired and employed. So when I saw that she was playing Princess Jasmine, I was like, they could not have chosen a better woman to play Jasmine, and they couldn't have because she looks absolutely stunning. I love the costume design. I love the fact that they gave Jasmine even more autonomy than she had in the original film. In the original film, she was still outspoken and she still held her own quite well. But in this one, she was even better, if you ask me. I also liked that they gave Jasmine a handmaiden by the name of Dahlia, and Dahlia and the genie eventually go on to become their own loving couple and have children. I think that's so sweet, and I think that fits the genie's whole arc very well because
Mm-hmm.
he wants to be human. So why not give him
Exactly.
the best part about being a human, which is falling in love, in my
Yeah.
personal opinion. I
Yeah.
Great
just really
gift.
like what they did with the movie. It's For a while I almost considered it my favorite, but it's been like neck and neck with my number one for years.
Well,
Okay.
there you go. That's great.
I
Yeah,
also
that's a
like
good
Will
one.
Smith as the genie. I think he did a very good job. He made it his own role, which is very important because how on earth are you going to live up to the legacy that Robin Williams had?
Exactly.
Exactly.
You're not. So
Yeah.
don't
You're
even
not.
try.
You're not.
Yeah, that's a fact for sure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right,
That's a great
Brenda.
choice.
That is a
Well,
great choice.
my number two was Mike's number three. I love the elegance and the fanciness of the Cinderella movie. I love the beautiful blue gown. I love Lily James' face and when she makes all of her, you know, kind of lovey-dovey, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's elegant. Her posture, I know that's weird, but her posture is
Uh huh.
such like a princess, and she was just stunning. It was stunning, everything in all the scenes. It was to me, it was just so well done. And then
Yeah.
of course at the end when he's in a white suit, prince suit, and she's in her beautiful blue, and he says, "My princess," and she says, "My kit." And I love when
Oh.
she says, "My kit." It's so sweet. So that's my number two.
Good
It
call.
definitely touches our hearts for sure. It was great.
Yeah.
It was very well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this next one on my number two list would used to be number one. And I was just going through it, and I'm of course I'm talking about Beauty and the Beast. Because the cast, oh my gosh. Emma Watson is Belle, Dan Stevens is the Beast, Josh Gad is LeFou, Ewan McGregor is Lumiere, and we haven't even gone to Emma Thompson is Mrs. Potts. And I mean, that's only five of the actors and actresses in the movie, and there's like 10 more that are huge names that were in this movie. And I'm just like, it was such an awesome telling of the story and the way that they did it and the live action of it. It used to be like number one. And when we went to see Beauty and the Beast on stage, that was really powerful, and it really cemented how good the movie version of Beauty and the Beast is, the live action is. But yeah, Beauty and the Beast and that cast of characters and the story and the songs, oh man, it is just it's up there. It is really top notch.
I agree. It's
So,
good. Excellent.
Yeah.
all right. So, number 2 is Beauty and the Beast. Sophie,
All right.
number
Sophie's on her
1.
number one.
I've noticed a pattern here. You've got one person's number two, one person's number three, and now my number one. I think this just speaks to how fantastic this movie is, that it made all of our top threes without being an honorable mention. Cinderella, as a little girl, like 5 years old, the animated Cinderella was my favorite. Cinderella was my favorite Disney princess. Daddy can attest to that. I When I was little and we were going to Disney, I'm like, Cinderella's the best princess. She was the first. And then Daddy's like, no, sweetheart. Snow White was the first. And I'm like, well, Cinderella's the first in my heart.
Sweet.
Yep.
It was everything Cinderella. So when they came out with the live action, of course I was thrilled to see it. And there was something about it. It's hard to describe. Really, all of these live actions, the thing that makes them so stunning to me is not just the characters, not just the casting and the costumes, it's the entire set. Cinderella's castle and Belle's castle by extension, because they both look very similar. They are so beautiful and just glamorous, and it is amazing. And I really liked the costume designs as well. I thought that making the evil stepmother's costumes more 1920s Hollywood glamour, that's what they reminded me of. I thought that was such a smart move because it really makes her stick out from the rest of the casting. in a way that is both elegant and glamorous, but also looks a little bit gaudy when you compare it to Cinderella's dress and all of the other princesses. You notice that the stepsisters, one of them was wearing, I think, a strapless ball gown, which looked beautiful, made her stick out a whole bunch. And it's such,
How
um,
appropriate.
it is appropriate. It is appropriate because you can see that these characters are kind of awkward. They don't quite fit what you would expect from a fairy tale princess, but they're not
Exactly.
necessarily ugly in face, they're just ugly in heart. And I think that is so poignant, I
I
think is the
agree.
word.
Yeah, I agree
Everything
totally.
Yeah.
about the movies was really well thought out. I
Yeah.
also really liked that they gave Cinderella and the prince that first meeting before the ball. I just think that helped to solidify their romance even more. I also
Oh,
like the fact that they used an old Disney song, Lavender Blue,
I love
as
that
part
song.
of that, because that song was written by the Sherman Brothers and it is way
So
older than
beautiful.
2015.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful song.
Great choice, Sophie.
Yeah,
Uh,
excellent number one spot there.
Thank
all
Well,
you.
I
right,
also have
Brenda.
an excellent number one, which is again Mike's number two. And it is Beauty and the Beast because it was such a hard time like choosing on this list, but my favorite soundtrack from a live action movie is Beauty and the Beast, and especially Evermore by Josh Groban, which I know is like it's on the soundtrack, but it wasn't shown like in the movie when Dan Stevens sang it. But that song is just
Yeah.
unbelievable, and the whole of the soundtrack for Beauty and the Beast, I loved it. Now, one of the reasons I was torn was because of Lily James' dress versus, Emma, Emma Watson's dress, because I really wanted it to be this beautiful yellow gown, and to me, it wasn't.
I
I was
am so
disappointed.
glad you said that. Oh my gosh.
It was so
Ugh.
disappointing. What a shame. It could have been like so much. But but aside from the dress, this was my number one choice for sure. I mean, just so much of that movie, and of course the library, and
Mhm.
how she changes his heart, and of course all that touching
That
stuff.
sappy
That's
romantic
yes,
stuff.
yes,
Ugh.
yes, because she softens him, and yeah, I love that. It's a great, great. I thought it was a great live action movie, so I went ahead with it. Chose it as number one.
Yeah. It's a great one. Like I said, it used to be my number one. And it might go back up to being number one down the road because that's the way these lists work. For me,
Yeah.
was 3-2-1 right now doesn't mean it's 3-2-1
I'm just
forever.
I'm just going to
And
show you something really, really quickly.
Oh,
okay,
good.
Going back to that, Aunt Brenda, because you made me think of it. This
Oh,
right here is
wow.
what I was expecting.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Yes.
This right here. This is something someone made.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's what I wanted.
That top left one is a bell at the park, and I have a picture of Aaliyah and McKinley with that princess in that dress sitting down with her.
Yeah.
and
All
pull
right.
up the picture of the one that is what it was in the movie.
Well, was 2017.
The unremarkable one.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
really? What a difference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
I don't know why, but anyway, I'm with you, Sophie. I would have gone for that big bouffant thing because that's what a
I
princess
mean, I know
dress.
why they did it. I know why they did it because Emma Watson specifically said she didn't want to be wearing a corseted gown, which the first one would have required a corset for the structural integrity. But anyway, let's let Daddy go on with what he was gonna say.
Yep. Yes.
Oh,
Sorry,
oh, I'm
Daddy.
sorry. Is it my turn? I didn't
Number one is
realize.
in the pocket.
Hmm.
Anyway, number one for me is the most recent live action that we've seen, which is Moana. And I chose it because the music makes that movie. And Dwayne Johnson as Maui and Catherine Lagaya as Moana. And I'm sure I butchered her name and I'm so sorry about that. But oh my gosh, that movie was so, it seemed like it was exactly like the animated Moana had been. And it was just phenomenal. And I was in the movie, um we saw it twice. Once
Yeah.
without Sophie and once with Sophie.
No, we saw
And
it 3 times because I saw it twice then.
oh, okay. We did? Okay.
You saw it
Anyway,
without me, and then you took me to see it, and then while we were up in Virginia for Aunt Robin's birthday,
oh,
we went to
that's
see it
right.
then.
That's right. So yeah. So we did see it 3 times because Steph and the girls hadn't seen it. And it I was singing the songs and I know everyone was like, "Will you shut up, old man?" It's like I
No.
can't.
I went with
No.
Aaliyah and Luna because McKinley was out of town and they both loved it and Butch and I loved it. We were because sometimes when you see them, you're like, I don't expect much from this because no, it was excellent. I
It
thought
was
too.
so good. So
You're
good.
right.
So
I thought it was really good.
so for today at least, maybe for a month, Moana is number one on my live action remakes.
All right,
We'll
good.
see what supplants it down the road because
Yep.
these lists are so fluid. They're meant to, um
Let's
but now let's talk about
see if
the
Sophie's going to recycle it
honorable
into her
mention.
honorable mention.
Yeah. So, Sophie?
I had a list of 5. Moana was my number 5, okay? So no, it's not my honorable mention. My honorable mention is Beauty and the Beast because despite the dress in the grand scheme of that movie is a drop in a glass of water.
Mhm.
Yep.
Everything else was so beautiful. Again, going back to the set design for Cinderella's castle, Belle's castle has that same vibe to it. It's very rococo, it's very glamorous, it's very fantastical. It is stunning. I love that castle so much. Um,
Yep.
I really like the songs that were introduced that weren't part of the original one. You've got the How Does a Moment Last Forever? That song that seems to be a recurring theme throughout the film. Evermore by Dan Stevens
Beautiful.
and by Josh Groban. I know at least another person here really likes that rendition of it. It's a beautiful song.
It is.
I
Mhm.
love it so much. Um, phew. It also seemed the movie itself seemed darker than the original, which is really hard to pull off because there were parts of the original animated movie that seemed very dark, but like with the beast, saving Belle from the wolves after they had that huge fight, that scene scared me as a kid. I had to skip past that scene whenever I watched the original movie because I'm like, I don't want to see the beast yelling at Belle. That's too scary for me. But they handle it so well in the live action one, I felt.
Well, the live action one very much elaborated on the death of her mother
Yes. And
and
his mother
how
too.
things were. Was it is his mother that had the I mean, that was how things were back then, like when they couldn't treat him and they just had to let him go. And it was very, I thought it was very elaborate the way they
Both
really
of their
dived
mothers.
into, yeah. So
Yeah.
And I
that's a
thought,
touchy, you know what I mean?
yeah, I also thought that the romance plot of it maybe was a little bit better paced in the live action.
Yeah.
In the animated, it's good. It's a good movie. It's good writing. It felt rushed.
Yeah, I agree.
Almost.
When they're walking around, like reading the book she's reading, and and she's teaching him, and they spend time together in the garden doing that. It was so natural, right? That
Yeah.
they would see each other from different lenses.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's a
yeah,
Well,
great
that's
choice,
my
Sophie,
honorable
obviously.
mention.
Brenda, what's
Yeah,
your?
because it's on
Well,
yours.
I also ultimately had five because I knew we would have one honorable mention, and I was going to do Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, but my one was Moana. So since we've talked about that, I won't. Um, so I it's Mulan. Mulan,
Ooh.
I love the live action Mulan. I think it's very, very well done. I mean, you can tell how much she loves her father and wants so badly to bring honor to him. And she's smart and she's strong and she's convicted. And I really like her character, even though the live action it's definitely a different story as far as like the witch and all that. But I really liked it. I thought Mulan was very, very well done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was well done. It wasn't on my list, but it is a really good movie, and worth seeing. And even if you haven't seen the animated, it
Yeah.
stands out on its own. It holds its
Yeah,
own.
I
So,
agree.
Yeah. I liked in the animated Mulan, there were the three guys, of course. There was
Yeah.
Yao, Ling, and Qianpo. I only remember Ling from the live action, and I think that was on purpose, but I
Yeah.
like the way that he befriended Mulan over the course of the movie. That felt like a very meaningful friendship for them. And I also like that he had a girl waiting at home for him already. He wasn't like, "Oh yeah, once we get home from the war, I'm going to get all the girls and it's going to be great and they're all going to be fawning all over me." No, he's like, "I have one girl already. She's all I need, and I can't wait to get back to her." That
yeah.
is
Yeah.
so sweet.
Yeah, it was great. Great movie.
And my honorable mention is the 2019 Aladdin. Um,
Oh, there you go.
and
We're all
Will
interconnected
Smith.
somehow around here.
Yeah, Will
Oh
Smith is
yeah.
the genie, and Naomi Scott is Jasmine. Sophie has talked about all that, but also what I just like how what you're seeing the Paul Harvey, you're seeing the rest of the story of the genie and the handmaiden and how they connected and have kids and they're looking back at what happened. And I just think that tie-in and and all that is just really neat. So that's
I
There's
what I
agree.
liked
also
about it was how they 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 take you back, but they also show you what's to come, that you don't see in the animated. So
yeah.
so
There's
I thought they
also
did a good job with that.
Yeah, one more thing I want to add about Aladdin. There is a song from the movie that was ultimately scrapped. Like it did not make it into the movie except in an instrumental part, and
Mhm.
that is when Aladdin and Jasmine first meet, and he thinks that she is Dahlia, the handmaiden. Instead of being Jasmine, he takes her back to his hideout. She picks up a guitar or something and she begins playing a song that Aladdin recognizes as a lullaby his mother used to sing to him at night. And it's the same lullaby that Jasmine knew from her mother, and it's actually a song called Desert Moon. If you go look it up on YouTube, there is a version of them singing the lyrics together, and it is a very beautiful song. But that is just
Okay.
my final detail. It's one of my
Okay.
favorite. I'm sad that it's not in the official album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah,
Well, that was a great topic, ladies. Thank you for your lists.
Thank
And
you.
Sophie, what do you have for a question of the week for this week?
this is a question that I had cooking in my head since we started the topic, and I'm glad for it. Um, I have noticed on social media and whatnot, that when the topic of live action remakes comes up, a lot of people will start assembling their own like fan casts for Disney movies that may become live actions in the future.
Oh.
Like there are people who've already chosen who they want to play Tiana and Naveen in a live action Princess and the Frog. Uh, in live action Tangled, I know they're working on one right now,
Mm-hmm.
but there were people choosing those roles. There there are so many Disney movies that could be made into live action remakes. And so my question is, what is a Disney movie that you would be excited to see made into live action?
Great question.
And I need to think about that very heavily. Of course, I want to see Princess and the Frog. I think that would be really cool to see.
Yeah. It'd be neat to see them how they would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great question, Sophie.
Yeah, it
So
is.
we'll we'll chime in our answers in the group so we don't have
Yeah.
to put them in
Yeah, because
right
I can't
now
think
because
right
I
Yeah,
don't
now.
because
have an
you
idea
can't
yet.
think. That's fine.
So Sophie, continue us on with this day in Disney history for August 17th.
All right, I shall. And this, actually, no, this isn't the earliest history I've given, but it's one of the earliest. The year is 1786.
Wow.
Congressman, frontiersman, soldier, and folk hero Davy Crockett is born David Stern Crockett near the Nolichucky River in what is now Greene County, Tennessee. David Crockett was the fifth of 9 children of John and Rebecca Hawkins Crockett and was named after his paternal grandfather, commonly referred to in popular culture by the epithet King of the Wild Frontier. In 1954, Crockett became wildly popular through Disney movies, television programs, and even a hit song. And the quote from him reads, Davy Crockett that is, always be sure you are right and then go ahead.
Ah, good advice.
Yeah.
And I
Boy,
was,
I don't think people follow that anymore.
Nope. They just
I
go
mean,
ahead. They skip the first part.
in their minds, they're right. But anyway, I was just thinking about it because I've been listening to the Ballad of Davy Crockett a lot because it's in one of my Disney albums. And I'm like, well, what do you know? What a coincidence.
There you
Yep.
go. Thank
I
you,
didn't real
Sophie.
I did not realize he was a real person.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
he really wore a raccoon skin cap.
Uh-huh. Yep.
At
Next thing
least
you're
that's what
gonna
the
tell me
pictures
is
have him.
that Johnny Appleseed is a real person.
I don't know. Probably though.
I don't know. I know Paul Bunyan was.
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's
He
time
was a
for
real
the
person. Johnny Appleseed was a real person.
There you
uh-huh.
go. All
Okay. All
right.
right.
Well,
All
what
right.
is on our window?
So, I this is a phenomenal window, and it is one of a three paint. And so the person that we're looking at is Richard Irvine, who was born in 1910 and he passed away in 1976. And he has two windows. He has a window at Disneyland, which is a more basic window. It's basically just um, his name and Marvin Davis, who was a producer, picture director that was hired on. But and that window was in 1955. But the one that I really am just really jonesing on here is at the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor in the Magic Kingdom, and this is a big group window. But listen to what it is. It's basically the cast of characters for Imagineering. Walter E. Disney Graduate School of Design and Master Planning, Headmaster Richard Irvine, Dean of Design John Hench, Instructors Howard Brummett, Marvin Davis, Fred Hope, Instructors Vic Green, Bill Martin, Chuck Mayall, and then the tagline, we specialize in Imagineering. How cool
Nice.
is that? It's like,
That is an awesome
holy
window.
cow. Talk
That is
about,
awesome.
oh man, just phenomenal. Phenomenal.
You
And I'm
know,
like,
I don't
you know,
think I remember that window. I think I need to go to the ice cream parlor, grab a treat, and check it out.
and it's
Oh
a
yeah. Yeah, let's
three,
go.
it's a three side by side window. So
Nice.
so you'll have the middle has Walt Disney and it says
Of
of
course.
design and then on the left it's got part of it and on the right it's got part of it to
I
make the
definitely
whole.
want to see that.
Yeah, totally
Yeah.
we gotta check it out.
Gotta check
It's
it out.
like
Yeah.
it's just phenomenal.
Yay.
So yeah, and
I'll
of
check it out.
course, you know, the Richard Irvine is one of the ferry boats at Walt Disney World.
Hmm.
So even if you didn't know who he was, you probably been on one of his boats.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Brenda, close us out with a little bit of Walt.
All right. In all my years of picture making, I have never had more satisfaction or felt more useful in the business of entertainment than I have been making the true life adventure features.
Hmm.
Walt Disney.
Yeah. And you know
We
what's
felt
really
a lot of
cool?
satisfaction from those true life ones.
Yeah,
What?
and what's really cool is those true life movies on like how lions and everything like that and going into nature and everything like that.
Yeah.
Those the future Imagineers use those and then expanded on it for things
Yeah.
like Lion King and stuff like that, where they studied all these
Yeah.
animals and to figure out their movements to make the animation work. And so it's just one way that it shows how Walt's legacy just continues on, you know?
And they were so great at it, watching it over and over again, how the animals actually moved and everything.
Hmm.
It meant a lot to him. They
Yeah.
studied it a lot.
Yeah. That's a great quote, Brenda.
Thank you. Thank you, Walt.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Walt.
Thank you for
Especially.
everything, Walt.
All right, my friends. Well, that wraps us up, and we are going to do something a little different. Coming next week, we are going to spin. We have a list of topic ideas. I have 7 entries. I'm going to share the screen, and we're going to spin it and see what our topic is.
Yeah. Hope you're watching on
I'm
YouTube because this is
excited.
fun. Yeah, it's
So
exciting.
we're just looking to make things a little fun, and I think it's just going to be hysterical. So we'll see what we get. So
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the
Spin
wheel.
the wheel.
Spin the
Spin
wheel.
oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Cut it off.
The winner is the most relaxing spots in each park.
Fun.
So that is next week's topic,
Fun, fun, fun.
and that is what we're going to talk about. So hopefully it makes sense, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, and hopefully we have something to say.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
We
gonna
will.
have something to say because
Yeah, we will.
it's Disney.
We
Like,
will.
sure, it really is like a military grade tactical invasion of the park every time you go, but there's still
There's a lot
relaxing
of relaxing
spots.
to be had. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's our topic next week, the most relaxing spots in each park. So stay tuned. But in the meantime, we hope you have a wonderful week. We hope you're having a good week to start and that it continues all the way through. Remember to share your smile with each other because we all need that positive reinforcement. And if you're having a rough week, I hope someone shares a smile with you and that it makes your week better. So until next week, I'm Mike. She's Sophie. That's Brenda. And he's Grogu. And we will
See you on the road.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Grogu.